everyone. This video is titled My Truth About Nursing. I want to throw that disclaimer out there. Don't let this influence you in any way. Take it with a grain of salt. This is just my personal opinions on working as a registered nurse. I knew I wanted to go into healthcare when I was very young, maybe 9 or 10 years old. I thought I wanted to be a doctor, a neonatologist. Over the years, that led me to nursing, in which I thought I wanted to be a neonatal nurse practitioner. That got changed just a little bit. I'm still in a similar field, but I work as a labor and delivery nurse. So that led me to being a women's health nurse practitioner student. I've always been a nurturer. I'm a natural born caregiver. There is nothing like making an impact in someone else's life. Labor has led me to that a lot. I bring life into the world. It has its good days and its bad days. Sometimes I am that person on the receiving end of a baby that just didn't make it. But either way, it's extremely rewarding. I feel good about myself when I leave work knowing that I made a difference in someone else's life. Working as a registered nurse also has its cons, which I have learned. I always wanted to work with a positive attitude. I was always in a good mood, eager to learn, friendly to everyone. But nursing can make you super jaded rather quickly. It begins from the fact that we are very overworked. We get so tired of hearing, well, you only work 3 days. You should have all this free time. Well, no, that's not how it works. We work 3 12-hour shifts a week, possibly with no lunch break, no bathroom break. Especially for me, if we're pushing with the patient, I could be in there for hours upon hours standing on my feet. There's no time for breaks sometimes. Whereas someone else may work a 9 to 5 job and get an hour lunch break. We're technically given a 30-minute lunch break. It happens or it doesn't happen. So it's exhausting. Those 3 12-hour shifts is working an entire work week in 3 days, whereas other people's are spread across a week. So I work night shift. That in and of itself is exhausting. There's no way to function as a normal adult working night shift because you still have things to do during the daytime. You still have people that don't understand that you work night shift. So there's mowing during the day, there's construction during the day. So how do you sleep? There's also people texting you all day. Your phone's blowing up all day. It's just hard to cope living a normal night shift life. So just say I work my 3 12-hour shifts in a row. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm worn out. Then management's going to ask you, hey, there's this class to go to. Hey, there's this mandatory meeting to attend after you get off of work of a 12-hour shift. So now we're at 14, 15, 16 hours of being at work in one day. It's tiring and it's a lot to ask of anyone. So as far as time off, yes, I work 3 days a week. And I technically would have 4 days off. But as a night shift nurse, it's honestly like being at work all week. Because if I work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm technically still there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In an entire 2-week paycheck for me, I earn 8 hours of PTO, which is not even a full shift of work. And in my instance, my PTO is taken all the time. So it's not easy to necessarily even accrue PTO. So I'm in school. Just say I find someone to cover my shift while I take my final exam or a midterm or something. That's like an hour or 2. I'll find someone to cover my shift. They still make me put my PTO in, even though somebody's covering for me and working for me. Even if I need that PTO to be sick or to grieve, it's really not offered. That you can bring a sick note in. I was written out of work for a couple of days a few months ago. And it didn't matter. Sick or not, I still have to go to work. My boyfriend's father passed away. That was a fight just to get off work to be able to go to the funeral and stuff. And even if it was like just say an immediate family member of mine died, they give you 8 hours of PTO, which is not even a full work day that you really have to fight for. just to attend a funeral or be there for your family in the case of an emergency. So we work extremely hard. It's literally back-breaking manual physical labor for me because my patients don't sleep at night. I'm up all night with them. We're pushing babies out, holding legs. These are women who are pretty much dead weight with an epidural. So I'm doing all the physical pushing, pulling, lifting, and everything else. So I have 2 shoulder injuries. My left and right side are both injured, which I have to go to the doctor for weekly. So it's just really exhausting. That's really the only way I can put my experience with nursing. It has its rewarding days where you have patients that are giving back and patients that are coming back to visit you and letting you know how their baby's doing and how much of a difference you made. You have patients that come back and they bring donuts and ice cream and everything else. But you have those other days where you have patients that do nothing but complain. They do nothing but act ungrateful. And you still have to put on your happy face, your smiling face, and go in there and do the best you can. It's a lot. Hospitals are ran as corporations, so they're more focused on the money, the policies, not necessarily you as an individual nurse. So every few weeks, it's new paperwork you have to fill out. It's more things added to your workload. It's overall just more work for you to do all the time that just keeps getting added. And these are put into place by management who aren't working with you daily, who aren't seeing the daily struggles that you already have just to provide good care to your patients. So you're already overworked, you're tired, and then you continue to add more to your workload. I'm almost 2 full years into nursing, but I feel like times have changed. So I'm not going to be that registered nurse for 30 years that's a veteran on the floor, pushing her walker, trying to deliver babies. I don't really think anyone will be, though, because everyone that I know that's currently a registered nurse is looking into other career options, whether that's furthering your education, going into nurse practitioner school or nurse educator programs, or they're just looking for non-hospital nursing options. Non-hospital nursing is not introduced in nursing school, really. So you can work so many places. You can be occupational nurse or school nurse, nurse consultant, nurse law. You can even work in clinics. I've learned that your personal happiness matters way more than anything. We kill ourselves for these jobs who will replace us at the drop of a dime if something happened to us. If you died tomorrow, they would say sorry and have your job posted again by the end of the week. I ran across something via one of my followers the other day, but it was posted by glamnurse.com. And it said the secret to a happy and healthy career as a nurse is not doing it full time. And I honestly agree 100% with that at this point. To summarize, I feel like nursing is so rewarding. It's great. It's also amazing when your patients come back to you and they're like, oh, you delivered my baby. Let me show you pictures. You made such a difference. And that's amazing. But overall, I'm exhausted. I'm tired 24/7. You can ask my family, my friends, my boyfriend. I will fall asleep anywhere at this point. You can't take me anywhere because I will be knocked out sleep somewhere. I plan to explore my non-hospital nursing options a little further. So I don't have much longer to work as an RN, but this experience has really showed me and made me kind of reconsider what I would like to do post-grad school. So working as a nurse practitioner. Like maybe I don't want to work in a hospital setting. I don't want to work for a hospital corporation. I hope this video has been helpful to someone. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. This is my personal opinion on how my RN experience has gone. I wish everyone the best of luck, especially those graduating in the upcoming months. I look forward to hearing everybody's comments, questions, and concerns on this video because I know it's an interesting topic. Thank you guys for watching.